Hey, cycle breakers, and welcome to the Fuck That Bullshit podcast, the original podcast where real conversations happen. Now, let me reintroduce you to the crew. Big Sexy Fred Turner, bringing big brother energy, grounded perspective, and the smooth, steady wisdom that makes truth easier to hear, even when it's hard to swallow. Brian G. Money Turner, cool in the cut, laid back until he's not, funny until it gets deep, and wise enough to make you laugh before he makes you think. And I'm Shawnnell No BS Batiste, licensed professional counselor, speaker, advocate, and your favorite no bullshit therapist, bringing deep reflection, accountability, and no BS compassion that invites people to think deeper, choose on purpose, and grow with wisdom. We bring in culture, empowerment, community, and we talking about the systems, oppression, and choice. We getting into all the challenges, accountability, and healing. We've got it all, even the topics some don't want to discuss, because all of it affects your mental health. Now listen, just like back then, these conversations have language and content that is not for the children's. This is grown folks' business, and it might make some grown folks uncomfortable. Now, while this show can be therapeutic, it is not therapy, nor is it a substitute for professional care, legal advice, or your own discernment. So if you need support processing, unpacking, or healing through anything that comes up for you, please reach out to a professional resource. PTBS was made for the cycle breaker, the truth seeker, survivors, overthinkers, black sheep, family scapegoats, healers, and anybody tired of pretending that they don't see, feel, and experience what they do. So consider this your invitation. The apple is on the table. The knowledge is there. The question is, are you willing to take a bite? You can choose to change your mind. We just want you to think. Let's talk.
What's happening?
Let's talk.
It is.
Everybody can hear me well. My mic turned up. My mic.
Yeah,
nice.
you know what? Hold on. Where my button at? You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie. I was going, man. Yes, I'm so glad you brought it closer. Because I was reading.
Yeah, because I've been listening to it when I'm going back, and I'm like, I feel far away, so I need to get it.
Right. Because it can hear you fine.
Yeah.
But it did sound like. Right. Yeah. I feel like
I'm learning again.
You're saying something.
You got an on too. I see that now.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm working on it. Y'all. I'm getting better at this. So welcome to the PTBS Fuck That Bullshit podcast, guys. And we're gonna jump into it because today, I gotta jump into it, but I gotta have my stuff ready, don't I? Today we're doing fuck that stand your ground bullshit. Who gets to be afraid? Who gets to fight back? And who is expected to die quietly? And that subject came up because of young man Cyrus, who was murdered, in my opinion, in cold blood.
Agreed.
Shot in the back after being suspected of stealing, shoplifting, or possibly shoplifting and such. Most people know the story, but he was doing a little shopping thing or whatever he was doing. I don't know if they profiled him, which is likely that they did. I don't know if he had a history of that shit or not. Don't really matter. But at the end of the day, he left the store with nothing in his hands, and he was chased more than 100 yards, I think they said, and shot in the back and killed. And then trial came up for a boy who shot him, and he got away scot-free. Nothing. So
you know what I wish we could see though? The trial. I looked, try to get at least clips. Something from I couldn't find nothing.
Yeah, we got day by day footage of the Diddy trial.
Right. Well, OJ.
Pay attention to that.
We was there. We was there for OJ.
On TV.
Yep.
We get nothing on the Asian guy.
Right.
And that's the best part of that conscious and awareness. I need y'all to pay attention to stuff like that because some trials we get all the business about step by step. Sketches and all,
Right.
And other trials we get nothing from, right? And this was one of those we can't even find footage on it. So
What does that tell
what does
you?
that mean?
Thank you. There's a zillion podcasters out there. No, it ain't nowhere.
Right.
Nowhere at
And
all.
it's not even a thing about the times, because like I said, we got OJ trial. That was in the 90s.
Right.
We got all the fucking OJ trial. Right.
The whole thing. The whole thing. I mean, we got, because most trials they'll have like, because they'll say we don't allow cameras in the room, so they'll have sketch artists doing it. That's all. I used to see that back in the day.
Right. Yeah, I
And all
remember
that.
They still do it now. Where you just
Right.
get the sketch artists.
Right.
Right.
So
what
how
happened
come in
in
this
the
case we didn't
courtroom?
even get a sketch?
Yeah,
You know,
there was
nothing.
nothing.
They didn't even talk about
it was like
politics.
it was like we heard about the shit. He went to trial, then he was free, and that was it.
That's it.
That was it.
And that's it. So nobody knows anything. Thus our outrage. Thus our outrage as Black folks. And I found lots of commentary, and I found lots of, especially because the Black community decided, you know, if y'all not gonna respect us, we're not gonna shop with you, right? As a whole. And that brings up this person, and I'm gonna go ahead and play his clip because he, you know, you always got that one person.
Yeah,
you got that one person in the family, or that one person that picks it up for everybody. This is that person for the Asian community. Here we go.
Boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the Black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are not neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it.
First of all,
before you go there, I want to acknowledge.
Go ahead.
And I'll give a shout out to everybody pages that I got this from, because I give acknowledgement to all of that, and I didn't have time to really put that on there right now. I couldn't even find his original video because I think he took it down, but everybody had already downloaded it, and so I had to find it on somebody else's page. Now, first of all, go on, Brian.
First of all, looking at it again for, you know, the millionth time, because the motherfucker was everywhere, and the motherfucker just kept popping up and shit. But looking at it again, I'm starting to really believe he's a plant.
I think he is. Right. I absolutely think he is.
Because when you look at what he was saying, you think fucking Honda, the car corporation, is gonna be like, we only gonna sell to white people and other Asians. Them motherfuckers don't care about the color.
Hell no.
Fucking all. And what's stupid is to say, well, we go to college too, but not at the rate Black women go to college. Y'all need more people. You would have to go to all the Asian countries and bring all your people over here, and then everybody would have to go to college to beat that.
Right.
We Black women outrank everybody in the United States in college.
On to college, yeah.
But just really listening to him again, I was like, this nigga don't mean nothing he's saying.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Because really sitting here listening to it, I'm like, yeah, everybody you talking about looking at you like, motherfucker, you stupid.
Right.
Yeah. None of what he said made any sense.
Freaking
none.
TCL and these people ain't. He sounds stupid.
Right. So
because we are the consumer, you know what I'm saying?
Don't
make me bring up Sinners, Black Panther, every really, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't make me show you what black dollars do.
Right.
That's wild.
And the bottom line, like again, that sparked such an uproar in the black community. And if he's a plant, he's a plant. But I mean,
Mhm,
I found one video by a lady. Hers is a little too long to play, but she
mhm.
mentioned like, thank you guys for reuniting the black community again, because a common enemy always helps us come together. We
Right.
don't usually look for the enemy, right? Because Brian, you continue to say we operate in love, right?
Operating love, baby.
We invite everybody in, right?
Yep.
And all that. And that's been the since 2020, that's kind of been the overarching theme where people are like, stop inviting people to the cookout.
Right.
you
Right.
know,
Yep.
and all that, because they continue to turn their backs on us, right?
Mhm.
And so for him to do that just reminded us of that. Like I say, even if it's a plant, like, but thank you for reminding us that, we are very important, and appreciate you. Let me put my black dollar into black people because that's where it belongs.
Right.
And according to the
Exactly.
media that I see, I can't say it's everywhere. And I've had, I checked in with some of my people in New Orleans. I checked in with some people in a lot of other places. And on the ground level, it seems like it's effective, right? That
Mhm. Yeah, but everything I've seen,
yeah,
is doing what it do. Yeah.
it's doing what it do, right? And they've had people that have shut down businesses so far
Yep.
because we're not stepping in there, right?
Right.
But I also see the propaganda of
Mhm.
people showing old videos of like openings of stores. And I saw one where they had this big crowd of black people that was in this Asian, where they were supposed to be Asian store. But I checked the comments.
Right.
Somebody was like, "This is the old video. This is from this year, and that was a grand
Right.
opening. And by the way, that's a black owned store." like
Right.
and all, because they're trying to pump the thing up and all that kind of stuff.
Right,
Um,
right. Because if you make the person that's not really keeping up with, and I get that too, because people got lives and they doing that. Everybody ain't just,
yeah,
in general what's going on.
right,
So you see a video like that, and you be like, oh, the boycott is over. And
right,
then you go back to your local spot.
right,
Right.
right,
See, but that
right.
just shows the desperation though, too.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or I saw that video as like trying to pit the black community against each other, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they
so
are
y'all not
they
down
are
with the
on it.
boycott, like
Right.
and
Right.
the bottom line is the boycott is as such. We get to make a choice. We get to make a
Right.
choice, right? Like you can cross the picket line if you choose, but that's
Mhm.
on you and all that. And some people might feel like how they feel about it, but you have a choice. You can stand your ground on this,
Mhm.
or you can cross over and do whatever you need to do. Because I've talked to some people about like, does it make a difference if this is somebody in your neighborhood that is not racist and doesn't profile and treats people fairly, and you have a relationship
Right.
with them? Do you still support their business? Now, in my personal
Right.
opinion, yes, I support that business. I still,
Mhm.
because the goal here is to talk about the overall y'all don't respect us rule. But if I know personally these people do respect everybody that come in this store, right? Then why would
Right.
I intentionally run them out of business? And I know for a fact that they're not doing that, right?
Right.
Right.
You
For
know.
example, like here, there's a spot. Melissa goes there, and she don't go nowhere else.
Mhm,
Asian guy,
mhm.
his, you know, uh, cool dude. Everybody that worked for him lives in that neighborhood.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black people, white
right.
people in this
So that's
Virginia.
him supporting the
Right.
neighborhood off top.
Right, 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 right. And yeah, it's I think she kind of initially was like, do I go there?
Yeah,
It was a mixture of
Right.
feelings.
yeah.
But my vibe was like, he's not like that,
He's not
obviously.
like that,
You know
right?
what I'm
Because we're
saying?
standing
Right.
up against people like that. And I've heard like
Exactly.
this the synopsis of, well, why everybody not like that? Well, unless I know, because all of us don't steal either. But we're
Right.
Right.
profiled in such that way that when we
Well,
walk in
yeah,
the store, you assume,
that's
right?
Tyler
So
Perry. That's Tyler Perry.
so I feel like that overall is general. And like I say with myself too, like I'm prejudiced, but I don't discriminate, right? So
Hmm.
like
Hmm.
overall as a whole genre, I ain't
Right.
crazy about white people. But individually, I got
Right.
white
Right.
clients be cooler than five fans. They know how I feel about their community. They understand. Or they know how they feel about their community.
See,
Like, like
mhm,
on a whole, you know.
right. And that's the thing. Like when you when you know what it is, like and I mean that for all races, for black people, white people. Like even when I've had conversations with white people, and they'd be like, well, you know, white people look at black people this way because, and I'm like, you're right. I see why you would see it that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, but that's not really what it is. Just like, you know, I make the assumption, all white people racist until I get to know you and be, hey, you're not racist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I assume that you're getting your image of who I am off fucking Tyler Perry movies.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you think we all like that, you know? Crazy nigga part 8. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you watching, you seeing these things, and you believing that there is such a thing as black on black crime, which is bullshit.
Just crime. It's
exactly.
Crime is crime. Well,
you know. So I think and I found a few little clips to make comments from, but first, tagging the original thing is that can somebody in a dangerous situation pursue somebody else and then claim self-defense if they're in pursuit of that person?
Absolutely not. And that's absolutely not. It's like if you're in danger, and let's say I'm the danger, right? And then I panic for whatever reason, and I run away from you, right? And then the very second you start pursuing me, then you have lost all. There is no self-defense at that point, because I'm getting away from you. You pursued me.
That's
something ain't right about that case.
Something not right about that.
About that fucking case.
It's not right. And I saw one clip where a gentleman, I was very disappointed because it was a black man, but where he did this whole rundown of Cyrus, and you know what he was known to steal in the store. He had a gun in his bag, and that's why he didn't want to show the bag, and all these different things or whatever, right? And my question at the end of that, and I didn't make a comment because sometimes I just don't choose to engage, but at the end of that, no matter what, he could have had a full rap sheet, but unless he came out there and pulled that gun out in your face, or unless he actually stole something and you needed to apprehend him, the moment he put everything down and walked out of the store, that was all null and void.
Yep.
Because he wasn't attacking you, right? He didn't pull nothing out or nothing like that. And he did not deserve to die, especially like that. And that was the bottom line, right? I saw another video, another black woman. I'd be disappointed in black people sometimes. But anyway, she had a bunch of clips that was talking about the what was it? Oh, it was because everybody had this case of, well, black people do this to Asian people all the time, whatever. So they had this list of black assailants that had harmed white people, right? And all that. And so they was making, and so at the end of it, she's like, I mean, they got a point. Now I made a comment on that one because I was like, and what point do they have? Because this is not a case of whether white people, black people, whoever does whatever. That's not the point. The point is everybody that you listed here, half of them was mugshots. So that means they got arrested and they probably in jail. So most of these people have been sentenced for their crimes against this Asian person. The point here is that there was no justice in this case. Somebody black got killed and the person got off. That is the point, and everybody losing the topic.
Yep. But that's what they do, black or white. That's what they do. The first thing they do is like, I can't win the topic. I can't win that. So let me change the motherfucking topic. Yeah. But while at the same time staying on the general subject. You know what I mean? It's bullshit.
And that absolutely drove me mad while I was watching all of it. Do you think the verdict would have been the same if it was flipped?
Absolutely.
If it was the Asian guy and the black
guy, if a black guy
if it was an Asian guy that got shot and a black guy, black store owner that shot him, black man in jail.
In jail.
He in jail.
Because the first thing they would have said, you chased him over 100 yards And then you shot, and then the shot was in the back.
Yes.
So he wasn't a threat because he was clearly not even facing you. Your
Right.
ass going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
that proves our crime is a social construct thing. That it depends on who you are. It depends on who you are.
And this whole thing with him getting off just it keeps some of the Asian people thinking they're on the same level with the white people.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because I ran this dude, because normally what the procedure is, he run out the store, you run out the door, but once he get up the street,
right,
you turn around and you go back in your store.
Right.
Especially if he ain't steal nothing. If he didn't take nothing, that's it.
Right.
If I worked at a gas station. They used to tell us, if you run out this store behind somebody that then stole something out of here, you are immediately getting fired.
Right.
Immediately on the spot. Yeah. Because I go run out the store to try and get a bag of potato chips that he stole out the store, or a case of beer. Now he turn around and I'm catching a hot one.
Right. That don't make sense.
Right.
It does not make sense.
Right. For some chips. That's not your chips.
That's not your chips.
What kind of cheese don't belong to you? Not your cheese.
Not your cheese.
So yeah, all this did was reinforce that stereotype for some Asians, and like he got off. We right up there. We here with them. No, motherfucker, you still down here because how quick you forget during COVID. It wasn't us that was beating your ass on a regular basis, saying you brought the coronavirus here.
Right.
That was them.
Right.
That was
but
them.
It was us who signed a bill.
Yeah.
That made beating the shit out of an Asian person, because that was Kamala Harris's bill. She pushed that bill.
She pushed
so
that.
it was. So it was us. Huh?
Say it again.
Yeah. Kamala Harris pushed that bill with that Asian hate bill.
Right.
So if you caught beating the shit out of an Asian person, you're going to fucking jail.
It's a hate crime.
Like that. Hate crime.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad, because that's exactly what I was thinking about as I was watching all these videos and stuff that I don't understand why we so soon forget that we be looking out for y'all when people are after y'all. We don't want that look out.
This is what I feel like.
Well, I guess he ain't feeling nothing right now.
I don't know what he's feeling because there's a little pause there. Come back. Oh, there you go.
This internet is something else.
It's been tripping all week, man. It's been tripping all week. Yes.
That's what's up. But here's what it is to me. My personal opinion. The primaries are coming up.
That makes sense.
Motherfuckers need votes.
Yeah.
So
true?
we need to get more people to not fuck with the Negro, because the Negro and because the black people are the threat. The black people are the real threat. So let's get our little sideline people on our squad, as many as we can. And that's why I feel like dude is a plan, because if he could get more non-thinking Asians, right? Because you got non-thinking blacks, you got non-thinking whites. We see it all the time. Right. So you get your non-thinking Asians on that with that pattern of thinking. So if you get on that pattern of thinking, then you'll buy into the proximity game. That's all it is. It's a proximity game. Like, I'm down with the white people. I'm somebody special. Nothing about your life has changed from the way it was 2 days ago. Nothing. But you feel like you're in proximity to a different thing. You're gonna vote differently. You're gonna vote based on what you think you got going on.
Now because that makes sense.
Yes, indeed. And plus they need niggas to wild out. That's all. They need us to wild out. And they keep trying. They keep trying it.
That's what I think too. I thought about that because, like you said, they always waiting for an uproar or like, we're not rioting. That's not our jam. We're not
Right.
rioting because you keep trying to
Right.
incite the riot.
Not that group.
Yeah. There's a
No.
whole new this whole new crew and all that. But now we know how to hit in the pockets, right?
Right.
And so we are effectively and consistently going, oh, we know exactly where to hit it. And so we hit the pockets. And that's been more effective than anything else.
Yeah, because America is transactional.
Yeah.
Right. And of course it's gonna have more of an effect because that's all that they care about. I mean, the people that's causing the conflict are people that's about money.
Right.
I can 100% get this is a bold statement. I can 100% guarantee you that 60% of the 1% group is not racist. At all.
Oh, I can guarantee you.
You know what I'm saying?
100% guarantee you that. Yeah.
At all.
Right.
All they was like, look, we need to keep our money flowing.
That's it.
And if we can keep these motherfuckers in conflict, what they don't like is poverty. They don't get down with the poor people.
Right.
That's all fucking people. You know what
I mean? Yeah.
So it's not about you being black. They don't give a fuck if you white. But they know if you white, you way more easier to fool.
Right.
You're way more easier to fool because you feel an entitlement of some type of power or some type of status.
Right.
So if I give you that status without giving you anything else, you still work at the same place, you still live in the same house, you're still dealing with the same struggles. But if I tell you you're special because it's me saying it, powerful white man, you know, white man shine on you, you know, you think you're special. And then you get out there and you be like, man, fuck these niggas. Easy. You'll do all the work for me. You'll cause the conflict. But what they absolutely don't want is for black people to get more united, which is why we got Spend It. Shout out to India Ari. But which is why we have these other type of things happening. We need something to keep it because they know they can't really beat the blacks. So it's like, let's try to preoccupy the black. You know what I'm saying? Right. Well, division and preoccupation. Let's keep them on bullshit. You know, especially the younger group, because that group didn't come up on some racist shit. They came up with everybody as everybody, which means that, but with the right education behind them, and with the right teaching behind them, they can convert a shitload of people into understanding, not making them believe something that's not true, but making them understand what actually is true. And a lot of these younger kids, they more open-minded. They're not really on no bullshit.
They really not. They really not. And they're a lot more educated in a lot of different ways. I watched, I think the kids showed me, I'm sorry, the grown-ups, I always call them kids, they're not kids. Showed me how they had on, I guess on Fox News or something. They was talking about the teenage pregnancy rates and how they've dramatically gone down, right? I said, because these generations behind us are like, I ain't having no kids.
Right.
And for a plethora of reasons that make sense. I want to be selfish. I want to take care of myself. I ain't trying to get up on Saturday morning. And it's simple stuff, but that's real shit. It's real shit. If you got a kid, you got to get up on Saturday morning. You can't sleep in, or, I don't have the finances for that. Some of them is mental health and like, no, I got to get my shit together because I don't want to treat this person, these people like my mama.
Definitely more in tune with their mental health. Definitely.
It's like, I can't afford this financially, mentally, emotionally, like, or guess what? I just want to have fun, and I can't do that if I have a responsibility.
And they also realizing that it's bullshit to try and enjoy my life when I'm 65.
Thank you.
Nigga, I'm like, I got a foot and a half in the grave.
Right.
I want to enjoy it, which makes 100% sense.
Right.
I want to enjoy myself in my 20s, in my 30s. And I can't do that if I got 2 kids, a freaking house note, and a goddamn car note. Even though my credit score $795, I'm still paying $800 a month for
which is the norm now. By the way.
Norm, right? Crazy. That's crazy.
The norm. It's crazy. Y'all know my first car note was $199 a month.
I feel you.
Yeah,
I feel you.
mine was 280, and I thought
Yeah.
that was high as
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
I went
I had
into the
an
dealership
SUV.
and said I can't pay no more than $300, and had to go from dealership to dealership to figure it out. Somebody found me something for $200 and some odd dollars a month, and I was good. I was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
You know?
shit. Now,
And then you could change your own oil, because I changed my own oil. You can't change your own oil.
Hell yeah. I used to stay changing my own oil. Now
Yeah.
it's like a Rubik's Cube.
It is.
You know what
It
I'm
is.
saying?
Yep.
You gotta
I
pull
pulled-
this lever, and then
Lever,
you got to pray to
First, you got to get rid of the big
Hasalim.
plate that's at the bottom of the car, because some of them got a big thing
Yeah,
at the
that
bottom.
complete cover. Yeah,
plate,
they cover the
yeah,
whole.
at the bottom.
Yep. I
Yeah,
was like,
man.
that's a
And
setup.
that, and like they were, like you was talking about the birth rates. They were saying the same thing like about housing. Less
Right.
people buying houses. Well,
Mhm.
when I bought my house, when we lived in Houston, and this was 2005.
Mhm.
I got 5 bed. We bought a 5-bedroom house, 4,300 square feet, for
Right.
$245,000.
Mhm. Yeah,
I looked at that house on Zillow.
What it look
right
like now, Brett?
now. That goddamn house was appraised for almost $1 million.
Mhm.
Crazy.
I'm like, I don't know now.
But the income ain't rose with that. It did it.
No, and that's
Exactly.
the thing. That's the thing. The houses, everything, like we got houses around here, and Austin housing is all. Oh my God, they paying like
It's crazy.
$800,000 for like 1,500 square feet.
Right.
And ain't nobody like how people qualifying for these goddamn houses. Nobody makes that much.
I mean, they don't care about like and like I was telling you earlier, it's like if you can get a slave to believe in the cotton field, you got a good ass slave where I'm willing to put my personal life, my health, my everything else over the job. So they don't the qualification piece is not as important. All that shit is made up. Ain't anybody qualify for anything. It's just about somebody saying, yeah, give it to them. You know what I'm saying? And I know that because of what I do for a living. You know what I'm saying? There are rules to qualifications, but you don't. If you decide, nah, you
whatever.
And again, I mean, I learned that buying my first car, because the first place was just, of course, they just trying to get over, but I wouldn't fall for the get over, right? I wasn't that desperate. And so once I felt the effects of that, and lots of that was emotional, because like the fuck, nickel, like, and all that. And I remember I walked away and said, somebody in the city or surrounding areas is going to sell me a car for what I'm asking, period.
Right.
And I just didn't stop until I found somebody that would. That's it.
Right.
I walked into the dealership. You could kill all the bells and whistles. This is what I need. Not asking for nothing fancy. I just need something to get me to and fro. It don't have to be brand new, but it needs to be rolling well. I needed this, and I needed to cost no more than $300 a month. That's including all of the things that come with the thing. I don't need 301. I don't need 301 cents. No more than $300. That's what I got. That's what I budgeted. That's all. That's all we doing.
And for real, with situations like that, the no bullshit version is if it's impossible for this to be done, fucking say that. You understand what I'm saying? Just say that. Don't try to razzle dazzle me.
Razzle dazzle me and give me a button naked white Corsica without pinstripe for $465 a month.
Come look at this, nigga. That's a tricycle. What the fuck I'm gonna do with a tricycle?
Thank you. Like, if I need this,
I mean,
if
all you can do is
to the RTA, then so be it. We get on the public transit and figure it out.
Right.
If all you can do is $325, tell me that. Let me make the choice.
Right.
If I want to get it for $25. But like with the houses they were saying there, all that was based on motherfuckers coming from the West Coast who was making more money than they paying people down here in Texas.
Right.
So financially, all they did was just said, well, they making like $180,000, $250,000 a year. We gonna sell it in.
Yeah.
So they got all excited because Texas looked cheap. Well, Texas was cheap at one time.
Yeah.
Then they started catching these Texas property taxes, which be like, oh my God, you pay like $16,000 a year for property taxes down here. And the motherfuckers went back, they're like, I won't pay this much money. At least I got the ocean in LA. And they was leaving. And then the only people that was left was us.
Right.
And we can't afford to buy
we can't get in that. No,
so you know what we do? Fuck it. Leave them now. Shit.
That's all we can do. That's all
we can do. Shit, you not pricing for me, you pricing for another motherfucker.
Right. Exactly. I'm gonna hit y'all with this lady I found, Amy Chen, and she spat some really good facts. And you can talk
I know Chen. Let it roll.
You know Chen?
I know Chen. Yeah.
I see way too many Asian Americans in this moment trying to rehash the anti-Black propaganda campaign known as Stop AAPI Hate. So let's get a few things straight. First of all, yes, there was a significant spike in anti-Asian violence and anti-Asian sentiment earlier this decade. But no, it was not primarily coming from Black people. And you can confirm this yourself by looking up the FBI crime statistics. And if you want to look more into it, it was also debunked by Asian Americans Advancing Justice, who found that the fear-mongering mailers, ad campaigns, and viral videos going around showing Asian Americans being attacked by Black people were coming from a Stephen Miller-led organization. And this was done by Republicans ahead of the 2022 midterm elections to gain Asian American votes by associating Black people with the Democratic Party and pretending that Republicans are the only ones who are going to care about Asian Americans and Asian American safety. Now I say pretend because this is Stephen Miller, who is the current director of Homeland Security, who is working his hardest to restrict visas from Asian countries and to deport as many of us as he can. So keep in mind that when you repeat anti-Black Stop AAPI Hate propaganda, you are not supporting Asian Americans and you are not promoting Asian American safety. You are only supporting this piece of shit Segway, who views the Hart-Celler Act, the Immigration Reform Act that allowed many of us to come to this country, as a tragedy. He has called it ruinous for social change in America because it removed the 1920s immigration restrictions that excluded us from the United States as necessary. Put simply, Stop AAPI Hate was a psyop on us Asian Americans to get us to distance ourselves and to fear and to hate and to blame the very community that is the only reason why we have civil rights in the United States, and that is Black Americans. Now, a significant difference between Stop AAPI Hate and the deaths of people like Latasha Harlins and Cyrus Carmack-Belton has to do with accountability leading to systemic change, or the lack thereof. In the vast majority of those viral videos where you saw Black people attacking Asian Americans, the assailant was arrested and charged and convicted. They were held accountable, and a whole ass federal bill was signed into law for our safety. Whereas a lot of the grief and the outrage being experienced in the Black American community right now has not only to do with the dehumanization and the deaths of their people, including their children, but the lack of accountability. Rick Chow was allowed to walk free after killing 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton.
And that is the motherfucking point.
Right. And that's
the
only
big for me. That's the point. Like, fuck everything else.
Yeah.
Y'all need to hold that motherfucker accountable, regardless if he got. I don't want to hear that. Oh well, they said he was innocent. Fuck that. I'm trying to hear that shit. He shot that boy in the fucking back. They don't. When I was a soldier, they wouldn't let us do that at wartime. We couldn't just go run motherfuckers down and shoot them in the back. For the hell of it. Oh, I thought he was the enemy. Oh my God, it was a 14-year-old kid. Well, I mean, no, we couldn't do that shit. So
it just didn't matter at that point.
You know, like that's bullshit.
Right.
And it's gonna be a bunch of Asian people. I mean, I saw this lady video. Not all of it, but I remember that towards the end. But it's going to be a bunch of them to be like, oh my God, the Republicans are the only ones that can save us. Motherfuckers, just like the lady said, the same dude that was sending you the bullshit is the one right now that's trying to get your ass deported.
Right.
The only reason they fuck with us is because they can't send us nowhere. They can't deport us nowhere.
Not only that, we the backbone of the thing. We the backbone.
And for real, it's like we we keep the machine running.
Right.
We definitely keep the machine running. But I with a lot of well, it seems like, because I haven't heard it, and I'm not saying that Asian people don't know this, but I'm saying, like, I never heard an Asian person really acknowledge it. The reason why they have Chinatowns and all of that shit is because them white folks don't want you in their town.
Right. And that was a good point to make to your boy, because he kept saying stuff like that. And I was like, let's dissect that part. Because why do you have that? You have that because it is a means of separation.
Exactly. Exactly.
Right?
And all you did was when we created Black Wall Street, Rosewood, the list can go on and on and on.
Yes.
So we did that. We did the same thing. It's just that nobody's fucking with Chinatown. Because you guys are not a threat to anything.
That's it.
You're easily swayed. A white person, a Asian person selling out on the Asian community to support corporate America. Let's call it that.
Yeah, it's called
corporate America. Asian people will not hold. And maybe they do, and maybe that's in
some of them do, some of them don't. But like, I've seen a lot of them say that they don't hold each other accountable.
Right. But a black person supporting corporate America, we calling your ass out all over.
In a hot second.
And we will boycott your shit, no different than we boycotted y'all shit.
Because you was one of them.
Right.
Because you was one of them.
Jay-Z's target.
Right. Because again, race is not about color of skin, it's about the economic ladder and proximity and stuff. Like, so it's got nothing to do with that. So if you acting like one of them, then you one of them.
Right. And I ain't gonna lie, man, it's so aggravating. I wish people would just get off the skin color thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
it's just a tool.
I think what make it so fucking stupid and what frustrates me so much about it is if they just stop that shit.
Right.
All the people in power loses all fucking power. All of it. All of it. That's why my greatest wish, fucking aliens. I need Thrag. Remind us two fucking things: that we're all human beings and that we're all fucking earthlings. And
that's it.
And I think people would but you know what? Motherfuckers are fine to fuck. Every apocalyptic movie I ever saw, they still were separated into sex.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Every last one.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time. And the Matrix really broke it down. It's like we created a Matrix that was perfect and harmonious. The human mind couldn't fuck with that.
Couldn't process it.
So we created this fucking chaos. And we had to give you an artificial savior. And we had to take your artificial savior through this artificial shit, only to kill him at the end so you can feel like you've accomplished something. Again, that's the pull yourself up by your bootstraps mentality, which is not a fucking real thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. Ain't no motherfucking bootstrap. And not, all your millionaires became millionaires based off somebody else's hard work. Not
exactly.
They wasn't pulling on no fucking bootstraps.
They
Them
were no
bitches ain't had no Timberlands.
No,
they were yanking on no string. Nothing happened. Nothing happened.
I tell people all the time, you go meet a millionaire, I guarantee you, he stepped on and over a bunch of motherfuckers to get to where he had to get to today.
Right.
They are no quote unquote millionaires that did it from scratch. Oh no, they fucked over somebody to get to where they got to.
Somebody to get it done.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I remember when I was I think I was watching Dallas, and and this is of course back when Dallas was coming on TV. And I said to Mimi was watching it. Papa was kind of passing through, and I was like, I said, when I grow up, I want to be like JR. I want to be a millionaire. And Papa said, he said, anybody you meet that's a millionaire, he fucked over a lot of people to get that money. Yeah. And I'll never forget that. I mean, it resonated in my 9-year-old mind. I just didn't get it. But I got it. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was like, you I guess you do. But I really understood kind of immediately that there's no way to get that much money, you know, without screwing over a whole bunch of money.
As I heard somebody else say the other day, like There's no ethical way
Right.
to get all that money. There's no ethical
Nah.
way to do it.
Nah.
None.
The only
Yeah.
person I know that had a lot of money and got it ethically
Mhm.
was Michael Jackson. That's right.
Bet.
Because Michael Jackson
Bet.
was saving everybody.
Yeah.
The environment, the
Uh-huh.
ecosystem, the molecules, everything.
All
You
of
know
it.
what
Yes,
I'm
yes.
saying?
The
The
mitochondria,
molecules
all of
need love. Hee hee. You know
it.
what I'm saying? We out here
And
hugging
but and
molecules.
still it was all to his expense too, right?
Right.
Because he had to suffer his
Right.
entire lifespan for it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, which also ain't cool shit,
Mm-hmm.
and all that. So when it comes to standing up for ourselves, and I chose that name on purpose because some people felt like it was the stand your ground thing that he was standing on and all that, which may or may not be true because I didn't do all the research for that and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But then there's the other side of stand your ground where Black people get to stand their ground and decide where they want to spend money and what they want to support and all that stuff, right? So, are we allowed? Are we allowed to do that? Are we allowed to decide where we want our money to go?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course we are.
Yeah.
The problem is like I said last week, Black people still trying not to have the slew footing, shucking and jiving Negro mentality. We
Right.
we have way more power than we think we do. We
Right.
just don't know how to have way more power than we think
Then
we
we-
do.
right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So when we hit the level of power, and this is not my usual knock. This is like
Mhm.
the actual legitimate put a
Mhm.
motherfucker down shit.
Okay.
Because of motherfuckers like Tyler Perry, it's the narrative that we're shown. We constantly showing this narrative. Like when you look at media period, movies, TV shows,
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
When you have a Black show created by Black people, those Black people with money have an extreme amount of money. It's like wait, I looked at this joint called Greenfield, something about a bunch of pastors. They were extreme. It was like an unnecessary amount of riches. And I'm like, why?
Right.
I would never go to that fucking church. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all got too much. You're taking something that you shouldn't have. So,
Right.
but we don't understand. Like when we do the thing again, Black Panthers, Sinners. I'm only naming two, but the list
Yeah.
can go on and on.
Right.
When we
Right.
invest in us, they see that shit.
Yeah.
They see that shit. So
Mhm.
we have like a lot of power, but we just don't understand that we have a lot of power. Distraction. Yeah, again, your Tyler Perry's, your Young Miamis, your other whatever bullshit they slinging at us. We
Right.
jump on the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they need us doing. They need us
Not
niggering
thinking.
out. Yeah,
Yeah.
they need us niggering out, and we will placate to it because for some reason we believe that's our culture, but it's not.
It's
That's
not.
not
That's
our
not our.
culture.
That's
That's actually
a
their
whole ass
culture
show.
of us.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah. You're
you know
right.
that's a whole show.
That's a whole show.
That's a whole show.
That is because that is their culture, their version of what they put
Right.
on us, and then we perform to it. But that's not. It's
Right.
not our culture. You
And
know what I'm
and
saying?
even with that, like I get that. Like I remember, way back, like when I was working at Central Parking Systems by the Superdome.
Mhm.
I remember one of the ladies saying, and it's just a quick example. She
Mhm.
said, Brian, and I was like in my 20s,
Okay.
right? And she was maybe in her 40s. So I looked at her as somebody that know more than what I know,
Right.
And she was like, Brian flirt with all the women that come through his line.
Mhm.
And I actually didn't.
Didn't.
But
Right.
because she said that, I started flirting with every woman came through the line. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So
Yeah.
that's the mentality that Black people when niggas say that, man, that's just Black culture. It's not. It's not Black culture. Wake the fuck up. It's not
Yeah.
Black culture at all. That's white people's version of Black culture. But
Right.
actually, Black culture looks more like Blackish. Go rewatch
Yeah, because
Blackish. You know what I'm
we should have
saying?
used that. Yeah, we should have used that
Yeah.
last week when we
Yes.
did that
Oh
show
my
and all that.
God.
That is a great,
Because
that's a
Melissa's
great.
rewatching it, so I've been watching episode. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
when I sent that text message in the group chat,
right,
I was like,
right.
we should have used this
Yeah,
because it was the perfect balance, the
right,
perfect balance of everything we was talking about.
right.
But go back and watch that. No, don't do Good Times. No, definitely don't do Happy Days. That's a fantasy. It, like Happy Days was a fantasy. Good Times was an exaggeration of our hardships.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
but look at Blackish because it's a perfect balance of a successful family and the pitfalls while educating, while touching on and addressing things that are actually happening right now. So
Yes.
we just gotta recognize who we are because
Right.
the distraction works.
It
I
does.
know it works
It does.
because I watch it work all the time.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
can feel that. I can feel that. So when we
Spend-
are,
where my
so
boost is at? That's
since
that.
we do have a right to choose, we got a right to choose where we spend our money, and we got a right to choose where we don't spend our money. I'm gonna play this clip because it kind of taps into should we all, if you don't participate, are you not in the fight with everybody else?
That's
The
good.
real question should be now: what other culture is going to turn on Black people? And we got to keep our eyes open because the Hispanic people was like Hispanics for Trump, and then they brought ICE in for them, right? And now Asian people like we triple dog dare y'all to boycott our businesses because we gonna take Jordans away from y'all. And to be very clear, Asia don't care about that because that is a $1 billion organization and they're not going to care about your little rinky-dink beauty supply not getting no business. Because it seems like any culture that Black people support, they end up spitting in our face or shooting us in our back, literally. And the reason why I say this because I want our people to be very alert because we got to take it back old school. Like your mama said, if one fight, y'all all fight. That is the stance that we have to have right now as Black people. It don't matter if when we get up in the house, if we fight each other all day long. It doesn't matter behind closed doors how much fighting we do. When we step outside of this house, if one fight, we all fight. And that's the mentality Black people got to have right now. If one fight, we all fight. If one boycott, we all boycott. You understand? Period. Period. And that's just really what it is. And that's what's going to make the difference. Okay?
What y'all think about that?
I think it's hard because she's right.
Yeah.
She's right in a shitload of ways. Like it's too many ways to name, but she's right. But at the same time, though, not only do we want to create, as a people, as a society, and when I say a society, I mean all people, all human beings, not niggas, not crackers, all human beings. What human beings want is a functional and successful society. In order to achieve that approach doesn't work. That approach is 100% appropriate if we going at it.
Okay.
If we going at it. But what and like I said, I don't disagree with her at all.
Right.
Not one bit. I agree wholeheartedly. But that approach only drags out the conflict. It drags out the back and forth.
Right.
There's no solution because if my whole point is to fight and continue fighting, that's the proper approach. If my approach is to fight for a resolution, that's not the approach. That's how I see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, because I mean, what about the people? Like you may be able to fight like that because you may have other resources and things like that to go to. What if that person who want to be down with you, that little Asian store is the only thing they got?
Right. I thought about that too.
That might be the only thing. It was like when we was doing the protest with Target.
Right.
Those people they said, hey, look, if you live in an area where Target is
your only resource,
thing,
then you need to go to Target.
your ass to Target.
Right. Yeah.
But no, like you said, that approach, it don't work, because in order for it to work, you got to constantly be fighting. You got to constantly be fighting. You got to have the resources to constantly be fighting. And usually the person with the most resources wins.
That's it.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't have enough resources, you're not going to win. And then you can't get mad at the people who have no choice but to go deal with the Asians. And then, like we said earlier, what if it's an Asian that you know ain't like
don't operate like that.
Ass, ain't like playing a man, you know?
Right.
What if it? Then what? You can't just be mad. She sounds like the person that just fight everything is a fight.
Could be.
You know, some people are like that. They just like attack. Oh, wait a minute. Slow down. Let's find out exactly what's going on before you go jump in this hornet nest and get jumped. And then you find out like, oh, my son really did say that.
That's a good one. That's a good one. And I was thinking, like, when I first heard everything that was going on, I was getting I recorded it and everything. I just didn't post it. But I was highly frustrated because, Brian, like you said, I felt like that was a setup, right? I felt like it was a setup and a setup to divide, right? While I am elated that we are shopping with our own, because we always should, right? And all that. I am disappointed because it causes more division, right? Because we, like you mentioned last time, like we are the type that you in my community, you're minority too. I'm going to shop with you. I'm gonna make sure you get yours. Absolutely, I'm gonna support what you're doing and all that stuff, right? Which is why the big offense about what is it? Hurry up and buy. Right. So like to have that kind of oppression from another community that's going through that we know is going through the same thing we're going through. They just gave you a few more privileges for the reasons that they did, right? And all that. So for us to do that, and we join in the fight, which means we in the fight with you, right? And
which is why you get our dollar.
Right, which is why you get our dollar. And then for you to turn around and do, be on this side of things, then you allow the division between us when you do that. But now you forced us to have to stand up just for ourselves now because you've shown signs of the enemy, right? And stuff like that. So that's the part that breaks my heart, because just like we talk about Gustavo's Negros, right? That it does not make sense.
Mucho dineros.
Because at the end of the day, people, there is more of all of us than there is of them. And you keep allowing the division, right? So by all means, stand up and show them who we are and all that. But what I would like to see come from that is them get a clue.
Right. Hey, and I would
the end
say,
result?
Right. I would say to my white coworkers, I'd be like, on Fridays, I'd be like, hey, spend some time with a black person this weekend. I
like
that. it's like because just find out what it really is. You know what I mean? Because you have to know, beyond the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And beyond the stereotypes and beyond all that shit. Because it's like I tell people constantly, I'm like, yeah, y'all like Lil Wayne. Oh, we love Lil Wayne. Amelia. I'm like, nigga don't even talk like that. Nigga don't talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga's extremely fucking educated. He brag on a lot. He talks about a lot of things, just don't talk about his degrees. But he's not an idiot. He's not an idiot. He's not a deadbeat dad. He's not a drug dealer. He don't do drive-bys. He got a freaking brain. Yeah. But because what y'all want from him, what y'all want from him is the stereotypical persona. Right. Well, that's what you get. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Because
while
that's what
you're
sells.
out, right, while you're out doing stereotypical nigga shit and facing real consequences,
Coincidence, right.
he chilling. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
chilling.
Yep. And that's part of the point that you talked about with the new song we was talking about. You know,
Oh,
like
that spend it.
right.
Where
So
my
you out here,
boosters
if
at?
you
Yeah.
boosting, but
Fred
like
hate that
she's
song.
thinking about boosting, but she's singing. Like she
Right.
she getting
Right.
her
She's
answer from
not
that. Like,
right.
but you out
She's
here like,
purchasing your
yes.
boost.
Your
You know what I'm
booster.
saying? It's like but that's what I mean when I say, you know, the distraction, it works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It works.
Right.
And I understand, you know, and it was crazy enough. I was just telling Melissa Knight the way music motivates. Like when I was DJing at the Shishis, turn that up, take that out, turn that out. Anyway, but I and especially if I saw somebody I knew, and I'm like, man, that nigga work on the trash truck with me because I was working at waste management then.
Yeah.
So like, but when he come in that club and he that 3-6 Mafia, man, he start unfolding them ones. I was like, I said, it's all up here. It becomes your soundtrack for the moment, but it's just for you. Everybody else still sees you, Walter, who drive the trash truck, but for you that
you
ball.
created the whole you changed the whole scene in your head, right?
Nick, man, don't let me play the that Soul to Soul edit from Belly. Oh man, with the acapella intro. Oh man, nigga thought they was the shit. You know what I'm saying? It was do it on purpose, but you know what I'm saying. But that's the, you know, the keys and the vibe.
Internet problems again.
Basically,
damn you, internet.
Music can help you create your own persona. We all have.
We all need our own soundtrack, though.
Well, yeah.
We all need our own soundtrack.
I think everybody does have a soundtrack, and it just depends on what's going through in your life at the time.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
Man,
so, Kelly Price saved my life. You know what I'm saying? Bro. Kelly Price. Well, I love me some Kelly Price. And I mean that from a personal level, not from a physical level.
Okay. Oh, dang. Come on, internet. I need you to work.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I get what he's saying, though. Because, like, Anita Baker taught me how to appreciate women.
That Anita Baker, bro.
Anita Baker, Patti LaBelle, just, you know, because it was just, you know, listening to it and it's like, yeah, that's how all women want to be treated. I didn't know all women really didn't want to be treated like that.
Right.
Some women don't know what they want, honey. Some women don't know what they want.
Yeah. You know?
Hey, that's a whole show because I learned that. I ain't gonna lie. I learned that women say things.
It don't mean it.
That ain't what that's what they want in the moment. They ain't really what they want every day. You fuck around and doing that shit. Why are you doing all of this shit? I thought this shit was you want. I watched the YouTube.
We don't. But, you know, we learn to get to know ourselves and all that good stuff. And, you know, I have some things for that coming up, so that'd be fine.
All right. Well, you know what? We need that show. We need that women show. Because we really don't, like, we don't, to the listening we don't do a lot of that because it's so clear and there's so many people doing it. But we need to do one.
But I think if we do it in our way and all that way, there's clear understanding happening.
In our way, it'll be good.
Yeah.
We need a guest. We need a guest. Hit us up. And we don't care if you're a stranger. You ain't got to be somebody.
Come on with it.
Because I got some
but have an opinion.
Have an opinion on that you know, some people might be shocked on because, you know, just because at one time, you know, my algorithm was full of, you know, alpha males and alpha females. So unfortunately, I saw a lot of these videos and I'm like, we need to do a show about this.
Yeah. I got that down. Now I'm gonna hit that with my girl twice because she talked about the Asian boycott, and she also talked about stand your ground and what it really truly is. And I would like people to know that and understand the history of stand your ground. So I'm gonna hit that one first, and then we'll let her talk a little bit about the boycott.
Okay, so every time a stand your ground case pops up, the conversation usually starts in the same place. Was it legal? Did they fear for their life? What does the statute say? But the thinking behind stand your ground didn't start with statutes. It started with whose fear is believed. So let's rewind. Before there were stand your ground laws, a lot of self-defense law worked around the same version of this idea. If you can safely walk away, you should. Deadly force was supposed to be the last option, because historically white fear has been treated reasonable more often, and black presence has been treated as suspicious more often. That imbalance didn't come from nowhere. It runs through slave patrol logic, black codes, Jim Crow policing, and neighborhood defense that was really just racial control. So long before anybody ever wrote stand your ground into law, the idea already existed in practice. Some people could meet the perceived threat with violence, and other people couldn't exist without being treated like a threat. Now fast forward into the late 20th century, into the law and order era. Tough on crime politics, fear-based rhetoric. This constant message that hesitation will get you hurt. Out of that climate, self-defense gets reframed. Not avoid if you can, but you're allowed to hold your ground. And then it gets codified in the early 2000s. Y'all can codify that, but not Roe v. Wade. Interesting. Most famously in Florida, though. Florida's law removed the duty to retreat in the situations that it covers. And it also built immunity protections that can stop a case before it ever reaches a jury. The language sounds neutral, but the outcomes have not been neutral. Because stand your ground doesn't just ask, did you fear for your life? It asks, would a reasonable person have feared for their life? And that word, reasonable, carries the whole country inside of it. Reasonable according to who? Raised with what assumptions? Taught what to fear? Conditioned by what stereotypes? And this is where you see the patterns start to show up in data. For example, the Urban Institute looked at FBI homicide data and found that white on black homicides were much more likely to be ruled justified than black on white, of course. And that gap was larger in those stand your ground states. So no, the law doesn't say black people are threats, but America trained the system to hear it that way. Stand your ground thinking isn't just about standing your ground. It's about who's allowed to claim space without being challenged. Who gets to say, I was afraid, and have that fear treated like fact instead of bias. Because when you zoom out, you see the continuity. Slave patrol logic justified violence as prevention. Jim Crow vigilantism justified violence as protection. Modern self-defense language justifies violence as fear. Different words, same permission structure. And that's why these laws don't just change self-defense. They shift accountability. They move the focus away from the question, was deadly force really necessary? To, was the fear understandable? And that lowers the bar in a way that people don't like to name. Self-defense in America has never been neutral. It's always reflected who this country thinks is dangerous and who it thinks deserves protection first. That's the history of the stand your ground thinking, not some brand new legal innovation, but the formalization of a belief that this country had already been practicing for a long time.
And period.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
There's not much to say after that, is it?
Right. I agree.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of always knew that, again, is just something else that was built into the system, but not for us.
Right.
Well, and nothing is. You know what I mean? Like nothing really is.
Nothing is. Yeah.
But we keep on overcoming. You know what I'm saying? We keep on overcoming. Now, and going back to the clip before hers, going back to the other lady's clip, it in that aspect, if she could take her perspective and put it under that type of aspect,
right?
Get off that bullshit. Get off that bullshit. Like, stop following the trends. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes our trends are, again, this is a whole black people accountable moment, but sometimes our trends are self-destructive. You know what I'm saying? Don't follow the fucking trend. There are so many more things we not only like, and when I say the Asian community, I don't mean all of the Asian community. I mean the Asian community that matters. Boycott them, not the ones that don't. And you know what I'm saying? But boycott every fucking thing that demises or minimizes the black, you know what I'm saying, the black race. What you become the slave that believes in the cotton field at that point, more than you do your own health, your own wealth, or your own well-being. You know what I'm saying? So we need to get away from that shit. It's easy to create those narratives because motherfuckers keep making nigga on the run part 8. You know what I'm saying? Like we keep projecting, and then when you look through the because what I do is when I see a nigga movie, I start looking at writers, producers, all that shit, start Googling. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's black. And I'm thinking, why y'all doing us like this? Like, why did you make this movie? Like, do you want to be a success of making another nigga movie? Yeah, and you know what? I understand the money thing, but we need to get up off of that shit.
They don't want as long as they think they broke. They're gonna keep making the music.
But you can actually be broke. And make better. You understand what I'm saying? You can actually be not even think you broke. Actually be broke. Be like Miss Johnson on the 14th floor in fucking Good Times eating dog food, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Nobody wants that.
It's not even thing. You already there. You already have that. Right? You already have that. But you can still come up.
It's the same reason why the white people who starving to death, then lost their Medicaid, then lost their food stamps, then lost everything, but still vote Trump because that stuff that's not their priority.
But
their
the
priority
difference is this:
to keep their closeness to being the shit.
Listen, Sway. Listen.
You know the answer, Sway.
I like that. I might change my name to Sway. I like that.
For real? That's about to be your nickname. The difference is this: those people who support, who go through all that and say, I'm gonna support Trump, they still don't have shit because there's nothing about Trump's movement that's gonna get them that. What I'm talking about is people trying to come up in the production business and create a persona or an image of black people. So those people have the opportunity to do better. You don't have to make the nigga movie and still be, because the niggas that's making the nigga movies ain't making that kind of money. They are not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They are not. They still eating dog food. They do a nigga movie and now they can get Alpo instead of Walmart brand. They still not coming
Alpo
up.
is better than
but look, whereas I watch Ryan Coogler, do Fruitville Station and came up. Next thing you know, he doing Black Panther.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. You don't have to, again, that's that persona. That's that I'm gonna convince you niggas that all y'all can do is this. Because people will rent the DVD because they shit ain't going to theaters.
No,
straight to stream.
It's going to stream. Straight to stream.
Again, they not making no money. We need to come out of the fucking mentality that, oh well, if I can get $100,000. Now, granted, somebody walk up to me today and say, "B, here go $100,000." I'm taking it.
Right, absolutely.
If $1 million, if I had $100 million in the bank and somebody said, "B, you need $5," I'm like, "Yep." You know what I'm saying? Down shit. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, you don't have to sell out to do that. You can make a quality product. Again, I can give you a black producer that we all know, and for real, I can honestly say we all love. Ryan Coogler did Fruitville Station. And the next thing you know, he's doing Black Panther. You see what I'm saying? So we don't have to do that. But again, that's the persona. It's like, oh, I'm like Miss Williams on the 14th floor eating dog food. And so I'm gonna make this nigga movie so I can get, some pork chops instead of dog food. right?
Yeah.
But you still in the same fucking situation. That's the mentality we need to get out of. You can make quality and come up.
But they don't want to make those that make non-quality don't want sacrifice. Cooler was willing to sacrifice. They don't want sacrifice.
Actually, but the thing is, running the same risk. Right.
They want it now.
Right. But that's the educational piece. We got to get off the right now. Because you want a quick fix that doesn't fix anything. Right. Or you want an actual change. Like you want life-changing money or you want period changing money. You understand what I'm saying? So
that's a clip right there.
Thing. Right. And because the why the oppressor is winning. I was trying to think of a better way to word it, but
that's
the reason why the oppressor is winning because it keeps us in that fucking mentality, and there's no fucking excuse for it. It's the reason why Tyler Perry keep making the same fucking movie, regardless to how it affects the black community, regardless to how it minimizes the black community, regardless to how ridiculous he makes the black community look. And just because he put a sprinkle of fucking white people in it does not justify how it makes the black community look. You know what I'm saying? So it's that mentality. Like we have got to get away from that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, what's gonna happen is our little boys and our little girls gonna go into a grocery store and some stupid ass fucking Asian motherfucker gonna jump up and say, "You stole one Tic Tac," and then chase them down for 117 fucking feet and shoot them in the back and walk. You understand what I'm saying? Like we have to change the whole thing. We have the fucking power. We have say so in the place that matters to them. Money.
Yes.
All right. We already got the talent, we got style, we got the education, we got the swag, we got all the shit. And we also have the fucking money. We have it. You know what I'm saying? Asian stores closing down all over the fucking place. And all we said was, we going somewhere else. That's it. That's it. These motherfuckers freaking out. Oh, you bitch motherfuckers. No Jordans for you. Yeah, bitch, nigga, stop. None of this shit is gonna stop selling to us. You understand what I'm saying? They are proving that we have the money. We have the fucking say so. The way they winning is keep convincing us to make nigga part 8. That we just keep us in that fucking mentality for that quick buck. But we have to start thinking long term because even that quick dollar, that's like making a loan to pay on a loan to have to pay off the loan that you got to pay off the fucking loan. That's all we doing. That's all we fucking doing.
Yeah.
God damn
feel
it.
That.
It's Kugler is the guy that was willing to invest. Nigga part 8 is a payday loan.
Yeah.
That's good.
In the nutshell.
Yeah.
You got an example right here that, hey, investing work. Look, I made this movie nobody really heard about.
Right.
Then I made a movie that made more money than every Marvel movie can buy.
Put together.
Period. My other Black Panther movie was good. It wasn't as bad as the original. That motherfucker made money too.
Right.
And we're not even gonna talk about Sinners.
We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't even gonna talk about it because
it's stand on its own.
It's on itself. Yeah.
That's it.
So, question. So because to me that sounds like anti-blackness for ourselves, right?
Yeah. Oh, right? Definitely.
And so in this situation with the Asian boycott and such, I thought about like if Asians would have stood up and been just as outraged, do you think this would have happened?
No. 100% no. Because all black people were looking for when all this response came out, which also tells us that our black dollars matter, because if they didn't matter, why the fuck right? So but if even in if all they had to do was like, yo, this is some bullshit, that Asian man did that, and because what you very rarely hear is them talking about what the fuck happened.
Right.
Yes.
They not talking about what the reason why.
Why?
Say,
They just talking about the
y'all want to
aftermath. Yeah.
boycott us? We no more Jordans for you, Konnichiwa. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like, get the
right.
fuck out of here. Because our point is not fucking Jordans. Our
It's
point
not.
is not you rubbing on our fucking toes. The point is what happened to this young man. That's the point.
Right.
And you're not addressing none of the
None of
fucking
that.
point.
Right.
If you know that much of the fucking law, you know goddamn well that shit was wrong.
And
Period.
they know it. It's a lot.
Hell yeah,
like
they
he
know.
said, it's a bunch of them that go to school. They know. They
Right.
just ain't saying shit.
Right.
So
Right.
you just like the white person that's like, oh, I'm not racist. But when racist shit happens, you don't say
Don't
shit.
say or do anything. Right.
You just
Yeah,
sit
right.
there and don't say nothing. I don't hold a motherfucker accountable. Nothing. You
Right.
just as bad as them.
Exactly.
You ain't no different than them.
Right.
So do I feel bad if your Chinese buffet restaurant closed? Honestly, no, I don't. I don't care. I haven't, since all that shit happened, I haven't stepped foot in a Chinese restaurant to go eat.
Mm-hmm.
No, period. Motherfucker, I'll go eat barbecue. I'll go to
and
McDonald's
that's
first
something
before I
else.
go to
Right.
the restaurant.
Right. Right. I wonder
you
how
got-
well and I've asked a few people that because there are some spaces and places where Asian stores pretty much got everything on lock, right? And I wonder how well those communities are doing with their boycott, and are they able to like get beyond their inner circle of things and go purchase somewhere else. I'm gonna have to do some investigation on that
I'm
one.
pretty sure they trying. But like I said, when I saw his old boy video, like I said, that was the easiest boycott. That in Target, and only because I don't buy shit from Target.
Right. I'm about to say,
So,
was
Walmart was a
easy.
little different because
that's easier.
Wait, we was a boycott in Walmart?
Well, yeah. But there was a overall anybody that supported the Trump campaign. We were trying to move away from
thing.
and stuff like that.
But
and which is all the big corporations. That's why we kept doing Amazon and all that kind of stuff.
I remember the Amazon.
So,
the Amazon was difficult though.
Very difficult.
They got
difficult.
everything, man.
They do.
Right. Every fucking thing. But
but that's what they got us with convenience. They got us very well with convenience and all that. And so you have to be. I even say the same thing. Now we was talking about the toll roads, and I keep building toll roads, and all that. And so it's a matter of the convenience and all that. And I'm like, I am sick of paying the toll road so much money.
Oh my God.
So much fucking money.
Oh, that could be a show
and so
in itself,
me and the girls was like, we just gonna have to be more patient and stay off the toll road. Like, because they got us with convenience. So I'm just gonna have to plan better and leave earlier and take the scenic route and enjoy the trees as I drive by and stop at a red light. And you know what I'm saying? Because it's costing me way too much to hop on that toll road, and stuff like that. But like that, but that last question was rooted in like being aware of like anti-blackness within your own community, because we have to watch anti-blackness even with ourselves and all that. But in Asian communities, Hispanic communities, and all of that, like if you are able to stand and check that shit, because it's wrong. You absolutely know it's wrong. So are you gonna stand and be a bystander and be like, so that happened? Then we won't shop with you, right? So like if this community would have stood up and been just as outraged about the shit, then we probably would even ignore this little motherfucker, right? We'd have been like, he's an outlier, he's stupid.
He really wouldn't have had no power.
He wouldn't have had no power.
It was the silence that gave his statement so much juice, because and I'm not. I've seen at least two Asian people that came on and kind of was knocking him to.
I've seen plenty of them. I've seen plenty of them. Right, that's stand.
So that 100% helps.
But there needs to be more people that's calling your own spaces out, right? Because again, we gonna call our people out all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on that shit. On that shit.
So, and the bottom line, even with the entire thing, is our understanding that we've learned to understand over time that shared oppression doesn't automatically create understanding, a shared understanding.
You can't share it when you don't think you're oppressed.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And like I said, that court verdict just solidified for, I ain't gonna say a lot, but the majority of them, that they think, oh, okay,
This
we
is
can do
okay.
whatever the fuck we want
Do
to
we
do.
want to? Right.
Yeah,
Right.
you can.
And I think people don't understand. They don't understand the underlying part of that, because that's the premise that we're looking at, is that now you gonna think you could do whatever you want,
Right.
because this person got off.
But like Brian said, we need you for the elections.
Right.
As soon as we don't need you, you go back. They
Well,
needed, hey, vote for Trump. They was all in. As soon as the motherfucker got in the office, they was the first one getting shipped on fucking plane.
Exactly. Like
And
they were
see
the
the
first
example.
group of people they attacked. Yeah.
Thank you. Bye. But I'm not from Guatemala. I don't care.
Yeah. At all. So let me hit this other Ashley, the batterness.
An Asian content creator got on this here internet wearing what can only be described as a Black American starter kit and decided to tell Black people that our money doesn't matter. Okay. According to him, Black people need Asian-owned businesses more than Asian-owned businesses need Black people. A boycott wouldn't move anything. The loss wouldn't register. Our dollars don't count. Now, this might just be me, but if I genuinely believed that somebody's money didn't matter, I don't think I'd spend my afternoon making a video about it. So naturally, I went looking at the history, because this conversation isn't really about just one video, right? The very second that Black people start talking economics, where our money goes, who profits from it, who builds wealth off our communities, people get uncomfortable. That same discomfort doesn't appear when other groups do the same thing. Every immigrant community that's come to this country has done it. Jewish, Chinese, Korean, Italian, Indian, Armenian, pooling resources, building businesses, keeping their money inside their communities for as long as possible. Nobody finds that controversial, though. But what they fail to recognize is that we understood the same thing. We had to. After slavery, Black communities built banks, hospitals, insurance companies, schools, newspapers, whole business districts. The Greenwood neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma had 191 businesses. It had 2 schools, a hospital, and a library, all by 1921. They called it Black Wall Street. But on May 31st, 1921, a white mob attacked it. 2 days of looting, burning, and shooting. But it's us, right? We're the problem. 35 square blocks destroyed. More than 1,200 Black homes, businesses, schools, and churches, y'all, burned to the ground. World War I era planes dropped bombs from the sky on the Greenwood neighborhood. The official death toll was 36. But we know the estimates were around 300 Black people killed, murdered. The survivors were rounded up and held in internment camps in their own city. They were issued identification cards and couldn't leave without permission from a white supervisor. Insurance companies refused every claim. They had something called a riot clause. Not a single Black resident ever received financial assistance to rebuild. So when somebody gets on the internet and tells Black people that our money doesn't matter, I automatically think they're a dumbass. A racist dumbass. Corporations spend billions chasing Black consumers. Political campaigns spend millions trying to reach Black voters. Entire industries are built around marketing to Black communities. Our money matters. It mattered enough to burn a city for it in 1921. It mattered enough to redline neighborhoods for the next 50 years. It matters enough that every quarter, somebody's profit and loss statement depends on us showing up. Apparently our money matters right up until we start talking about where we want to spend it. Then all of a sudden it doesn't. Right? Nobody's entitled to Black customers. We spend our money where we want. That's how markets work. That's how capitalism works. That's how every other community inside this country operates. The fact that this becomes a controversy every time Black people say it out loud tells me that this was never about money. It was about leverage. And this country has been comfortable with Black spending. It's Black leverage that's always made them nervous. But if you know anything about me, you know I love a good challenge. Shop Black. Spend with your people. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. We gonna show you better than we can tell you. Invest in Black businesses. Build the community. Y'all, we are overdue.
It's just something
What
about
she
her.
say?
My
Oh,
God. Jesus Christ.
It's that
Anyway,
black
though,
woman power.
let me
I've
get
been watching.
unmesmerized.
Get on my door.
When we was on our break. I was like, oh man, my girl been a little angry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
I should
and,
be
and
real
the,
pissed off.
the cut is hitting. I ain't gonna
Right.
lie.
Right.
That's nice.
You
Look
know.
good on. Look good on.
Yeah, but
I'm
she
married.
make a
I'm
great.
married. By the
You are married. You
way.
are.
I'm married, by the way.
Beautiful, my beautiful sister. But the
But
bottom line there, like she said, is it's leverage. It's us saying,
yeah,
because like you say, the black dollar has always mattered, that you don't
yep,
want us in position.
yep. We have the power, like fucking He-Man. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So
We do, man.
it's obvious. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like we create style, the trends, and of course the money. You know what I mean? And again, perfect example what she was talking about. Like if Black Wall Street, if our dollars didn't mean nothing, yeah, what? Yeah, that's a lot of fucking changes. There was a lot of fucking changes to attack that fucking neighborhood. So and again, anytime anything black like fucking BET, the channel.
Yep.
First thing, we got to get our hands on that because black people supporting the fuck out of BET.
Yep.
Not gonna change the name, we're just gonna make it white. So we gonna instead of putting The Rock on there as a series, we're gonna put Killer Nigga Part 8. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And run a whole and this is again, it's not a knock, it's just a fact. They start running all these Tyler Perry series.
Right.
Because he done already sold out.
You know what I'm saying? Damn near his network now.
Yeah, he done already sold out. So it's like, hey, we gonna run all his shit on here. Let's keep these niggas preoccupied. You know what I'm saying? Keep them shucking and jiving and thing. Man, y'all better know who the fuck y'all is. That's
you got to.
Yeah,
You
man.
got to.
For real.
So
No,
speaking of which, that's one of the solutions, because we all about solutions around here too. Right. I'm just talking about the problem. And there should have been relationship building between the Asian and Black community before. If you're gonna move in my neighborhood, if you're gonna benefit from my dollar, then there should be relationship building. It should be like the people around the corner from you, Brian. Like you are employing the neighborhood. You're gonna give back to the neighborhood. You're gonna look out for the space where you are. You're gonna appreciate the people who are shopping with you. You're not gonna treat them like shit.
Right. Man, I don't watch this dude at this shop. Like, he had his little baby looked like might have been 1 or 2. And he was carrying the baby. He was trying to pull these boxes in. And I was in the store already. And a lady came in. And he looked back at that woman and he said, "Oh my God, thank God, a regular. Take the baby. I gotta move these boxes." You know what I'm saying? He just handed that baby over.
We trust the community that he's serving.
Exactly. Yeah. And she was like, I gotta go ahead and move your boxes. Come on, baby, go shop it. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like that. Like
that's his family. Is it that space is his family?
Right. But he understands, and this is the thing. Every minority is based in community.
Thank you.
The non-human white community is based in business.
Yeah.
So there's no community there. It's just about dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's why we relate and we support every black law that came into play. Did not only benefit black people, it benefited every freaking minority in this country. 100% of the time. If y'all don't believe me, look. I ain't talking to y'all too. I'm talking to
them.
Right. Look it up. Especially if you're not black, look it up. Look it up.
And
Everything
let me remind
we've
you,
done.
white women, y'all are minorities too.
It's crazy how it is insane how they don't know that.
Y'all have to understand that. Y'all got to understand that.
Right, because y'all saw how they dogged out Hillary Clinton. She was
don't get it twisted. So another solution is being like what we're doing now is practicing intentional spending. And asking questions like who owns this business, and I'm starting to do that now too. We we putting a community event together. I'll talk about a little bit of that later. But we're putting a community event together, and that's one thing that we are intentional about. Like, what are the black businesses, right? And all that. No, we're not going to decline anybody that want to come through and be a vendor if you're a white business, not at all. But I am seeking the black businesses to come be a vendor, right? And to contribute to this community that we are building, right? Who works there? Who works there? Because that tells you a lot. Your community works in that corner store. Care about that community. If only them work there, I know somebody in the neighborhood could use a job. I know somebody could, right? And all that. How are the customers treated? Are you treated with respect when you walk in the store? Do they speak, or do they just see you as dollar signs? And does the business, my big one, does the business invest in the community? If I'm having a community event around the corner from your store and you're not gonna do nothing, you're not gonna get in, even if just for advertisement purposes.
Right. 100.
Right. Because even if you're about that dollar, you're gonna support that just to get your name on the sign or whatever it is, right? And then the other thing is there a black-owned alternative to what it is that you are looking for? Because don't get me wrong, I know you can't find everything everywhere. We don't own all the things or whatever. But if you challenge us, though, we will build it. I don't see no black blah 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 blah. No problem. Give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. And I tell people that with therapy and group stuff, or they're like, I can't find a group for blah 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 blah. Give me a few months. I'll build that. So and that message for black people too, to like, if you got the skills for that, like, build it. Do you see a gap? Build it. Because where you spend is like voting. It's like voting. Where you put your dollars is like voting. Another solution is confronting anti-blackness directly. And again, that was the problem with the Asian community. In this case, there was no confrontation and no accountability as a community, right? Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, not one bit. If somebody in the black community, we might not do it in y'all face. I ain't going to tell you, I'm going to tell you that much. But on this show, we will. I'm gonna straight up say, dude, like, that was fucked up. That was fucked up that you did that. That wasn't right. So holding your own accountable is step number one. I shouldn't have, as an outsider, have to come into your community and be like, that was fucked up. No, from the inside, you should be able to be like, you shouldn't have did that shit.
Right.
So doing like we're doing now and having discussions about those kind of things and being real and honest about it is another solution. Right. Being able to call the thing out when you see it. If you come to me as a client and you are showing racist tendencies or symptoms, I'm going to tell you something. Right? Because you're not going to sit before the black therapist and be anti-black. We're not doing that. I'm going to call you on it. Right? And then you can stay or you can go. That's up to you.
Right. You have the freedom to do that.
That's choice, right? And all that. Another solution is learning strategic self-protection. Discuss documentation, witness legal rights, de-escalation, situational awareness, and don't allow somebody to bait you into becoming the defendant. It's like I tell my kids, don't give nobody bullets to shoot you with.
Right.
And put yourself in position, right? So you can protect your freedom, you can protect your life, but also, you're protecting your freedom, you're protecting your life and protecting your dignity. I'm not going to do nothing that's going to damage my community. So being careful about how you put yourself out there for that. 5, I'm on solution number 5. Refuse manufactured division. Communities can demand accountability without becoming enemies. It's the example here. Like, we don't have to be enemies in order for you to be accountable, everybody outside of black people, or even within black people. Right. We don't have to be fighting in order for you to be accountable and stand for anti-blackness. We're not against y'all. We're really not against y'all.
Right.
Brian used to say that pro-black don't mean anti-white.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. And the very fact that a lot of Asian businesses are successful and exclude, take crazy dumbass plant dude out,
Yeah.
AI motherfucker.
Yeah.
Plant
Yeah,
a
because
man.
But
'cause I feel like he is an
that,
outlier. I think he
right.
is
And,
Yeah.
and right, because there's no Asian business that can
Mhm.
look at their business and not see all them black people walking in and out of
Thank
that
you.
door on a
Right.
regular basis.
Yeah.
So you know where your money comes from.
Right. When you see
Exactly.
that DoorDash order come in, it's not coming from China.
Right. Right. And another point that somebody else made too was like, which also makes me feel like he's a plant or whatever, for you to say all the things that we purchased like from overseas and all that kind of stuff. They not here doing the thing. Like they're doing their thing, and we can
Right.
purchase from wherever we choose there and all that. Nobody's like, oh, I'm not ordering something from China or something, right? I'm talking about the people that are here in my space treating me like shit but still want my money. That's who we're
Yep.
talking about. That's who we're
Right.
talking about.
Yep. And
Yeah,
that's all.
'cause-
That's all it come down to. It's like, I've been rocking with you for the last 25 years, and you're gonna come out and say that shit. And even the, like we say, we know it's plant dude that said the
yeah.
shit.
His
Right.
name is Planter Man.
Right.
I like
Okay.
that. Planter man.
Planter Man came out and did his Planter Man shit. But and like I said, now you've seen a number of people who spoke out against the shit. But
Right.
so and that's, I ain't gonna lie, that was refreshing to hear. But
Mhm.
yeah, it's of course we gonna lean. I mean, the truth be told, we should have been leaning on our own. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
because anytime I go, I ain't gonna lie, I don't eat at pre the protest thing.
Uh-huh.
I never ate at Panda Express. Because when I went in Panda Express, it was black people and white people working there. I'm like, where are all the Asian people? This ain't no real Asian.
Right.
This ain't no
Because
real
Panda
Asian.
Express is
Oh
more
my
of a
God,
temperate kind of
yeah.
thing. That's
Yeah,
fake
I've
Asian
never
food
seen.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen
Exactly.
an Asian guy working at
Right.
Panda
So
Express.
I'm like, nah,
I
need
see
to go.
Panda Express like I see Taco Bell.
Right.
Yeah, right.
It's just some
So
corporate thing
the
trying to
thing is, we've
do these.
always supported and
Mhm.
the black community, talking about the humans, not the niggas, because niggas just do things, crackers just do things. But
Right.
we've always supported every minority with the
Mhm.
quickness. We like, oh, it's
Right.
Hispanic, man, we're gonna eat that. Because
Right.
we thought that you thought
Right.
that you understood
Good.
what was
Yeah.
happening, not to us,
To
but
you.
to you. Yeah, because we did. We
Yeah.
knew what the fuck was happening to you.
Mhm.
But again,
What?
proximity is king. But
My
that's
uncle.
all you got. If I'm broke and you rich, but I get to stand next to you, does not make me rich too. You know,
Right.
y'all motherfuckers need to learn about what proximity.
Y'all
I'm
drunk
trying
the
to tell you.
racist Kool-Aid and bought into the propaganda.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So I'm gonna move to my brief mental health moment. While I
Mhm.
was watching all the stuff and searching for all the things, and as I watched this stuff unfold, it pissed me off. It pissed me off a lot, and it's exhausting.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
exhausting to have the same conversation. It's exhausting to keep convincing people that I keep telling you, bro. I keep telling you, and people not listening. Hypervigilance and hyper awareness is exhausting, and
Yes.
sometimes you have to take a step back away from it. I have one client that's very justice minded, and we talk all the time about where she chooses to put her energy and stuff. And she's like, because Trump is stupid and this world is stupid, and why can't people just be nice? And and I'm like, nah, I get it, right? You be nice because
Mhm.
that's what you can control, right?
Right.
I can't change the whole system, but one client at a time, I can help them to get their mind right.
Mhm.
That's what I can do, and that's why I choose to focus my energy. So be careful about how you're focusing your energy, and that's kind of what I got. Even when we talked about the young lady that was talking about we all fight, I get the sentiment of standing strong together, right? And by all means do, and all that. But fighting all the time is fucking exhausting.
That's tiresome as
God
hell.
damn, it is. Yeah.
Fucking tiresome.
It's the same as when a couple of podcasts ago when we talked about men always having to be hard. That's tiresome
Yeah,
as
that's
hell.
exhausting. That's
Nigga
exhausting.
don't
Always be the ready
nigga don't
fight.
take a doo-doo and be gangster and shit. I'm just shitting. You know what I'm saying? Nigga sitting on the
Exactly.
toilet like, yeah, nigga,
Exactly.
feel right.
Exactly. So don't feel like you have to explain stuff all the time. You
Mhm.
don't have to like a lot of them posts, like I said, I'm like, I'm about to say, no, I'm not.
No, you're
I'm
not.
not about
Right.
to say shit. I'm just
Yeah.
gonna keep scrolling, right?
Just
You
look
know,
at it and
here
keep
go a
on pushing.
video, and I'm in the video. I'm looking at my video. I was like,
Ooh, yes. I know that. I know that.
I'm not even engaging because all it
Thumbs
come with,
be ready. You know?
yeah, because I already know it's gonna come with more bullshit, and I just don't
Right.
engage in bullshit. So
Mhm.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. You know. So make conscious choices not to engage in stuff that's gonna drain you and that's gonna steal your energy and steal your mental power, because you need that power to make your come up. You need that power to be black. You
Right.
know, because being black is exhausting, but being black is awesome. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's wonderful. And recognize what power you do have and sit in that power rather than arguing with fools that don't know no better and don't
Mhm.
want to know any
Nah,
better.
don't want to know. I
That's
think
it.
they know. They
Mhm.
just don't want to
Choose
know
not to.
and don't want to accept reality on reality's terms.
Right. And I think that has everything to do, Fred, with the responsibility that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To stand up and for the community there to stand up and say, fuck that shit, that wasn't right, that comes with responsibility.
Right.
And they don't want that responsibility. They just
Nah.
want to keep doing what they're doing and living
Right.
how they're living.
If it's not affecting me directly,
Mhm.
I'm not worried about
And therefore, we made it affect you directly.
it.
Yep.
Exactly.
And now,
Not
right now,
affecting you
not as
directly.
direct as shit.
Now it's
You know what I'm
direct as
saying?
shit. So
And-
at this point, for them, I would say, like, now where do you stand and what do you choose?
Yep.
Yeah. Who you running with?
Yeah.
You gonna
Right.
you gonna run with Asian running man?
Planter
You go-
man.
Yeah.
Planner man, you know, he's saying y'all don't need our money.
Right.
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 What's wrong?
You know.
I mean, prove him right. I mean, if y'all don't need it,
Prove it. Prove
call
it.
time.
Yeah.
Tell time come get some compile chicken and see how quick he go to HEB and buy his compile chicken and make his shit at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
You about to stand, Brian?
my ending on this shit is don't let the asshole in your family fuck your whole fucking barbecue up. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. That's good.
Right?
That's good. We gonna put that on a quote.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm only saying this because I know an Asian fella, good fella. You know what I'm saying? Who's not like that.
Right.
But unfortunately, also know for a fact his business is suffering. You know what I'm saying? And it may be people who have went in there and shopped and had a pleasant experience, but don't know him personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, again,
unless you
I've
stand
even
up and
told
show that that's who you are,
right.
loudly. You got to show loudly, this is who I
Right.
am. So you're
Yep.
not affected in that way. Then I'm
Exactly.
not going to target you.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna tell the whole community, not this one. He could get
Yeah,
Right.
not him. He good.
Right. And an awesome example is like even during like riot scenarios, historically black riot scenarios, there were businesses that weren't touched, that weren't necessarily black businesses.
That's right.
That weren't touched because of who they were to the
right.
community. So
That's right.
I want to say to the Asian community, if you're gonna speak out on this, speak out about the facts. Not about your feelings about where we spend our money at, because just like old girl said in the video, every other community has done the same thing.
Right.
The black community is the only community, and this is your fact for the night. The Black community is the only community that takes our dollars and spread them across the
That's
board.
right. Cross the that's right.
Everybody gets some, and you don't get a little bit. If you come out with something and we like it, we own it.
Oh, we gonna
You
own
know
it.
what I'm
We own
saying?
it.
No other community does that. You know what I'm saying? The Asian community, truthfully, will create a brand of our design
Right.
of their own and sell it, where we will just support yours.
Right.
The Black movement, not the nigga movement, not the cracker movement. The Black movement is based in two things: love and unity. But
right.
please don't think we won't slap the shit out you financially, physically, emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Right. Don't take the fucking kindness for weakness. But we understand what a community can do. You know what I'm saying? Which is why we've supported every other immigrant community in this country, from laws to even welcome to our neighborhood. You know?
Right. Absolutely. So on that note, speaking of great community, as we talked about last week, the Black, not the Black, the brown, because we talking about Black stuff so much, I'm like black. But the brown sugar experience, if you are in the Leander, Austin, Cedar Park, Pflugerville, Round Rock area and such, on next Saturday, the 25th, in Divine Lake Park, we are having a community event meant to bring the community together as a whole. We're bringing the neighborhood back. We still looking for sponsors. If you want to sponsor a little something, I don't care if you got $10, bring it over there and let us buy something for these kids to play on and things. We're still looking for vendors if you want it, especially if you're a small Black business, brown business, whatever it is. Come out, call us, get you a spot so you can sell your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you're a food truck and you need to sell some food, come out there, come talk to us so you can sell some food. Because people like to eat. It's a party, so we're going to have a good time. So I'm inviting everybody to come out and take care of that and do that. In the meantime,
are you going to be streaming live?
I might be doing that, depending on how much I'm running around like a chicken. So
right.
But we will try to do some live streaming, maybe on Facebook or TikTok or something like that, so people can see what's happening. Because you're right, Fred, that is a good way to get people to come out as the things are popping off, and all that kind of stuff. So I might do some live stuff, you know, even as we setting up, and be like, come on out here and do the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'll keep sharing the flyer and all that good stuff. And y'all just let us know what you want, how you want it, and what's happening with you. So, Fred, tell them what they need to do.
What we need you to do is like this video. Like all our videos. Share with a friend who may need a word of wisdom. Comment. Even if you hate what we just said. Planner Man, comment. Okay? And subscribe. Yeah, I need Planner Man to comment. And subscribe to the channel. It helps the algorithm. It helps us get out to more people who need the word. And follow us on all social media platforms.
Yeah, remember that we are conscious, we are aware, we stay prepared, and we ain't never ever scared.
And we are definitely not here to change your goddamn mind. We're just here to make you think. The choice is yours, baby. Think about it.
The choice is yours. We appreciate everybody who came tonight. If anybody came through, we appreciate you for that. Hit us up and make your comments on the replay if you see that. We're going to put out the little clips and all that. And our new thing also is RX Aftercare.
Love the aftercare.
Yeah, just the aftercare, baby. So I'm taking that even the old podcasts, and I'm kind of recapping them and giving you some recommendations, responses, reflections, a little bit of revolution. Every now and then you'll get a reality check as well. But just to give you a little taste of what we do on the show, because it goes on and on, baby. It goes on and on. So for this week, you want to say it, Brian?
Please don't let nobody bullshit you this week.
Don't let nobody bullshit you this week. And we are out.